Good evening.
Firing up the ganjas.
Good evening.
Drinking OEs.
It's time.
Yes.
On behalf of the Hood Smoker Podcast, we would like to say, as the list of legends keeps continuing to go on and on and on, we keep the questions strong. Enough platforms stir the pot, you don't have to
take that.
Enough platforms do that every, you don't have to
take that.
Get your smoke, get your drink, get all your cake snacks, and get ready for the Hood Smoker Podcast. Welcome. Welcome.
Hood Smokers Podcast on Wednesday and Saturday night. Jay Gutta and brotherkingx and Blatonio Todd. Hood Smokers Podcast on Wednesday and Saturday night. Jay Gutta and brotherkingx and Blatonio Todd. What up, Joe?
What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? What's good? What's the word? All right, yeah, I'm just trying to, I'm computer
Nationwide is so much more than a great insurance company. They're one of America's largest financial services companies. Like how I'm more than just Peyton Manning. I'm also Peyton Manning.
Get this off here. Because we ain't even going to have YouTube. Because we're not playing music no more on the Hood Smoker Podcast. You know what I'm saying? In case y'all didn't hear. Because YouTube's getting real strict on that. You know what I'm saying? So they're shutting us down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely to anybody who already knows. But if they don't know, if you're going to start a podcast and stuff, just be careful on that. Be mindful of it. And especially when the views get larger and stuff, they take that very serious, and you could get flagged, and we don't want to lose entire episodes. And so, what up, though, y'all?
So,
Blatonio Todd and Jay Gutta.
Jay Gutta, yeah, we waiting on brotherkingx. I talked to him earlier, so he should be in here any time now. He should be tapping in. But
we got Ant Live coming on tonight.
This is gonna be a dope interview. It's been a long time coming. We should have been had Ant Live on. You know what I'm saying? So,
yep.
I know.
And
we might have a special guest.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. We might have a special guest host.
Stay tuned and see.
Yep.
It's going to be an epic episode. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be epic. We got brotherkingx in the building.
Now the Hood Smokers inside the joint. Yeah. Now the Hood Smokers inside the joint.
Now the Hood
There's
Smokers
three of us.
inside the joint. My bad. I was just sharing this around. But no, I definitely wanted brotherkingx to, you know what I'm saying, come on here and spit a little knowledge. I thought he would be perfect for the intro to introduce Ant Live, you know what I'm saying, because brotherkingx really knows a lot of history about Ant Live. We all do, a.k.a. Anthony Singleton, if y'all didn't know and shit. Now you know, but yeah, we got a lot to talk about. Like, he goes way back, Detroit history, you know what I'm saying, hip-hop history, legend, and then all the way still doing shit, like the new album they dropped. Y'all go check that out. Eternal Grind on with DJ Los, and they were just in the UK. So we're gonna talk about all that, but we're gonna, how we do on the Hood Smoker Podcast. So we start off fucking from the beginning. We start off at the motherfucking beginning. So what's good with you, Blatonio?
And we go way back, yeah. So yeah, what up though? What up though, BKX?
What up though?
Hey, what up though, homie? I was gonna say, without further ado, I was gonna say, BKX, if you want to kind of like touch up on that, man. Let the world, like for those who don't know, who Ant Live is. Yeah.
For sure. Ant Live is actually Anthony Singleton, which is a legendary DJ from off 98. But what little did people know that he also rapped?
Right.
So,
and like I said, I was saying, I told a few people this, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, there's everybody that I talked to that about the album, it was like a breath of fresh air to hear that, you know what I'm saying? Like that, it was like real hip hop. So go check that out. This real,
for anybody who wants to hear some real hip hop, and for real.
Check out their first single, Laying Out on the Foundation. That was the shit.
Right on.
Shit, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, I gotta put a scene on. So they're just hearing us right now. We're ready. It don't matter now. All right, now we're on this bitch. Hold on. I told you, dog, it's a little bit harder with the with the fucking we got 3 monitors. We're still getting everything back. You know what I'm saying? I'm just glad we're back on YouTube and on Discord and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and not just on Instagram, which it was dope doing them on Instagram too and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Anthony, Ant Live should be tapping in any minute now and shit. Like I said, if he had it, he'll probably hit you up, Blatonio, but I don't think he'll have any problems getting on. I think Ant knows how to work the Discord and shit.
So, I wouldn't doubt it, yeah. But yeah, if he needs it, yeah.
As a matter of fact, I got his first tape at an Eastside concert.
Oh, damn.
Straight up. What's up?
Yeah, when Dead Flowers was out, he did Eastside was at the State Theater. He drove the BMW out on stage.
Oh, that's dope.
And Drunken Master was the DJ.
Shout out to Drunken Mask.
Shout out Drunken Mask.
You see Drunken Mask gonna be at Harpo's with Spice One and Big Mike coming up.
Yep. Yes.
Spice One been promoting the shit out of it too. Hold on, I need to rearrange some stuff on it.
Well, you forgot about Ghetto Mafia.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, Ghetto Mafia.
Yeah, Ghetto Mafia on that ticket too. Straight from the bag.
Yeah. Yep.
Don't cross the line. Cross the line. Don't cross the line, homie. They don't know about that. That's that old school Georgia gangster shit. They don't know nothing about Ghetto Mafia. Nino.
That was a jail.
Indicator.
Hold on, I'm
the good times. Yeah.
Right. So yeah, we just waiting for Ant Live to tap in right now, but
the mob is in effect.
It's Detroit Decembers, y'all. It definitely feels like this feel like old school Decembers, like back in the days in Detroit. Now this year and shit, dog. I got a feeling the snow ain't going nowhere and shit, dog. That shit here to stay in the cold weather. What you think, brother?
So yeah, we just wait to get.
It's getting cold as fuck tonight. And shit down to the single digits, wind chill, sub-zero and shit. Be cold in Detroit. Be cold in the D. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, think about the homeless people and shit. You know what I'm saying? Fucking, it's different being homeless. Fucking somewhere where it's down south and shit, where it's warm and shit, hotter, like Hawaii or something, like even where you're at, Blatonio Todd. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was gonna say indeed, you know, like we always don't discuss about our summers and winters because you know over here it's like it's hell for our summers, you know, make up for the winters you guys got. So yeah,
right.
Where we get triple digit, you know, heat and stuff, which that'd be horrible, you know, homeless. But yeah, cools down at night, but still, those people are walking out and about, you know, over 100 degrees.
No doubt.
So, definitely the same over there, man. So yeah, definitely got to say prayer for them, you know.
Yeah, anybody tapping in, make sure you share it around. Let people know. We celebrating all December, Detroit legends. You know what I'm saying?
And if Ant Live is watching us right now, you know, if he hasn't done this before, just definitely just got to go in the voice channel.
Right. Yeah, and if you tapped in.
Yeah. Because he might have done this too, though. Because I mean, Los is familiar.
I'll let UMBKX chop it up right now. I'm gonna put the album, the link to the album in the chat and pin it on there.
Yeah. So what's good with you, brother? How you been, man?
Much just chilling.
Yeah, maintaining. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But the holidays, you know, and definitely we, you know, as you know, for everybody out there, you know, if you're going through it, you know, we're going through it. So, but like we always recite sometimes on the phone, the show must go on. So, you know, we definitely are. Real talk. But yeah, if anybody, you know, anybody out there in the comments or whatever, you know, like definitely let us know what's on your mind. We can't read them until Gutta's back, but you know, definitely we're keeping the show moving. We got Ant Live coming on. So what's new with you, homie? I mean, been a minute.
Same old.
Yeah. Some BKX coming out, like some more fire in the kitchen, or if I can ask, if I can ask. Yeah.
I'm working on something.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, we know you got some shit going on, BKX. Make sure you check out that Guy-tastic Entertainment, the merch.
Yep, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, so he's got some stuff cooking, definitely. Of course, we ain't forgot about trying to put that, life gets in the way sometimes, but we're trying to do also the Hood Smoker Podcast mixtape eventually. And definitely Blah Diddy and No Pants got some things they've been telling me about. So
Guy-tastic Entertainment is actually a label now.
Right.
Yeah.
Shout out to J-Boss. J-Boss in the building. What up, though? J-Boss Entertainment. What happened? What poppin', G?
Yeah. And I recommend for anybody for their own good, go to definitely Godtastic Records. Don't go to Good Boy Records.
Entertaining.
And get it, Godtastic Entertainment. Yeah, go over there. Go
over there and grab y'all some merch. Got all types of merch for everybody, for the family.
Yeah.
My bad.
S-Max, mouse pads, iPhone pads, Samsung phone covers.
That's what's up.
Phone cases, rather. Hoodies, t-shirts, hats. Drinking mugs, coffee mugs, water bottles.
Yep. I'm talking to Ant Live right now.
Yeah. And then, of course, we got a full year coming up here. Definitely, as always, like I kind of represent it. So, I do tend to wear this in a lot of episodes, but we got UTFO, Doc Ice coming up. Definitely some exciting things we got coming up. Who else we got? We got
a lot of greatness coming up.
Yeah, that's for sure.
He's trying to figure it out. The Discord right now, so we waiting on Ant Live to figure out Discord. Hold up, what's going on? All right, hold up. Make sure y'all share this shit around. Hit like. We got a legend in the building tonight. It's Detroit December, y'all.
And of course, with current events, we try and avoid that. We stay away from the politics. We try to stay away from even the hip hop politics. But of course, there's a lot of people getting into the, asking if, I haven't seen the Diddy documentary. I heard some things about it. Have you watched it yet, man?
I haven't watched it. No, I just seen that shit. 50
watched it.
Yeah. From what I'm hearing, there was a lot of stuff we kind of already know. We've been seeing it like in our face for the longest, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he's working on another one already.
Yeah. I think it's almost like
50 Cent ain't gonna stop.
Yeah.
Nope.
Which is kind of funny. When you said 50 ain't gonna stop, can't stop, won't stop.
Thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that Fifth won't stop. I thought I told you that Fifth won't stop. Thought I told you that Fifth won't stop.
No,
yeah.
50 Cent, he like the number one troll. That motherfucker. If once he start trolling you, he's trolling you.
That's what he do. That's what he do. He troll. He just and he good at it because he got the money to troll you.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Good talk. So yeah, I expect there's probably gonna be quite a few sequels and stuff, and because I heard there was a lot that was cut out from it, like stuff he couldn't put in, or maybe it was just he's saving the best for last.
Right.
Yeah.
I won't be surprised if he came out with the animated series.
I wouldn't be surprised either. Like reenactments of different shit that happen. Yeah, reenactments of things that happen. Like you can use AI and anything now too. That's the other scary thing, like on
dog, like that's what I was saying. Like some pictures and shit, that should be looking like they already AI'd it and shit. Like I ain't put no AI on this shit. What the fuck?
Hey, to prove how bad that AI shit is, don't you know that car insurance commercial with the animals be driving the cars?
Yeah.
That's all AI.
Yeah. I mean, you've also probably seen the original one, also like with that tiger that's sitting like he looks like a G. That tiger that's sitting like a G, and they were trying to make it like is that tiger really sitting? And he's got his arms almost crossed. Yeah.
Right.
So these are the times we're coming into that. I just think that's a kind of good thing to chop it up past the time.
Yeah, shout out J Boss said they just did a live talking about the Diddy shit. J Boss and Cuban Link talking about this shit. I watched that. I didn't watch the series and shit though, the 50 Cent series.
Yeah, I didn't see that, but yeah, I did see you and Cuban on there, J Boss. So shout out J Boss and Entertainment and the Cuban Link, of course.
Right.
But that's the times we're coming into though. Also with the AI and stuff, it's gonna be like it's really a test of faith more than anything, because seeing isn't believing. Seeing is believing, but it's up to the person. Like you got to have faith. If you know a character,
Right.
I don't know if you guys have been seeing these different things. They got a ton of different videos that look like someone going crazy in court and stuff that darn well nobody would accomplish. But these are the things, and they look convincing. They look real. That I want people to before they start sharing it around, it's convinced. Just.
But you know what? Nothing is what it seems. What it is from the naked eye. Like you can be a female and walk out and see your boyfriend hugging another female and telling her to be safe. In your eyes, in her eyes, that's another woman, but she not knowing that's his daughter.
Yeah.
Or it could have been vice versa. It still would have been the same outcome. Like I said, everything is not what it seems at the end.
Right.
Yeah. Very true. Man, there's a lot of tricks being played. There's a lot of tricks that been being played, but then of course, like all of a sudden AI comes out of nowhere and it's like, it's taking over. Yeah. We've already played around with it. Like some of our, I don't even think there are enemies really, some of them that we play with the AI on that, but we've even said it, to just play with it. But it looked convincing,
It does. Very convincing.
Yeah, J Boss said
like just certain celebrities. Yeah.
J Boss said we can't stop it. AI is taking over, and it's sad. I mean, because there's motherfuckers. How do we know? Like, because you can make a song on AI and say you want it to sound like so and so, this rapper, this MC, and it'll sound like him. And then once they do the features,
you can put all the goats together in one now.
Yeah,
put all the goats under one. Okay, put the voice of DMX and like actual the lyrical content of Biggie and Tupac and Kendrick Lamar in there.
And they like
X Clan, everything. You can sprinkle. I want every rapper in one.
Right. And unless they tell you it's AI, how do you know it's not and shit? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Well, you can tell it's AI like that version of Hit 'Em Up. I heard with Biggie's voice.
Oh,
yeah.
You heard that track that they said it leaked. They said this was a real track. I don't know. You might know it leaked like 2-3 days ago. It was Biggie and Pac, and it was produced by Eric Sermon. I just seen it and bumped it today. I listened to it twice. It was dope, and it sounded like it was together, like they were in the studio. And Biggie says a bar where he was like, he says something about, it was something relating to Pac and shit, but in a good way. You know what I'm saying? Like took one of Pac's bars and like saying,
that's when they was cool.
Yeah, I was wondering if that, because they said that song was never released and shit, and it got leaked. But it was produced by Eric Sermon. It was Biggie and Tupac. I can't remember the name of the track, but I ran it back and listened again and shit. It was like, it's dope. And it sounded like you could tell, you know what I'm saying? It was in the studio together and shit. And I looked at the comments and shit like that. Wasn't no one saying it was AI and shit like that. Mainly people was talking about how underrated Eric Sermon was production wise. You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of the comments were.
Yeah, he's definitely a dope producer. That definitely needs to be on that. Somewhere in that. Yeah.
We got Ad Live, the legendary Ad Live is in the Discord. And we just gotta
But yeah.
wait for
and
him
then we've
pop
also
in
dealt with
there.
our own thing on our own platform also, like where we've also been accused of using AI, which it wasn't. It was, and we didn't say it was the person, but when we had Craig Mack, Craig Mack from the dead and stuff like that, that was my impression and stuff. So then that's the other part that comes into play. So,
Right.
which that was pretty, for us it was a compliment, but at the same time, with these times we're coming into now, it's like, we all got to be careful.
Right.
What we can make something funny and make funny or good for others and stuff. Others can make bad and not funny, so to speak.
Yeah. Hey, you see that shit I sent you about that tour Talib's going on with Nas and
Yeah, I did see that.
and they're looking for you know what I'm saying? They're looking for people to get on there and shit.
Well, who knows? There might be an offense.
Hey, Blatonio, can you do me a favor and go on the Discord and holler at Ant Live and let him know how to get in? He's asking in the he's asking how to get in and shit.
Okay, be right back, y'all.
All right. Yeah, sometimes it be like that. You know what I'm saying? This Discord, some people ain't familiar with it, but it is a newer social media type platform and shit. And actually, it was a big time gaming streamer who put me up on it and shit. Said it was killing Zoom. Hold on, let me message Ant real quick. All right. Yeah, we got Monte Cristo coming up, the horse trainer, next Saturday night, and then we're ending the year 2025 with the return of Dirty Glove Jay O'Neill. Well, this will be a third time on, but one time he was on with on the Jive Turkey Bros. But we got Jay O'Neill coming back on, and then we're starting the new year with Dogmatic K-Stone, so that'll be dope. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely gonna be a dope ass episode. But we got the legendary Ant Live in the building. We turn Ant's mic up. I want him to be louder than us.
Hit the camera icon.
Blatonio Todd back. Salute family, what up though? Represent the Lions, I see. Oh, you got your mic muted.
Hit the mic icon.
Oh yeah, the icon. Yeah, the mic icon. Yeah.
We still all right.
Oh, there we go.
Testing 1 2.
Microphone check 1 2 1 2.
Wait, actually, hop out and then hop back in because sometimes it'll do that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they'll do that because I've had that work.
It looks like ants on a computer, so don't you got to give it permission?
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, yeah. So when he comes back right now, yeah, I'll let him know because it should, yeah, just hop back on. Yeah, yeah, maybe he's looking at that right now.
But I want this to be a nice, good, crispy interview. So my homies, Blatonio Todd, brotherkingx, is gonna hold most of the interview down. I'm gonna be tapping in and out. It's just the way the studio set up right now.
Yeah.
It's a little bit harder, and I want it to be crispy. You know what I'm saying? So figuring shit out as we go because we had to do a couple of episodes on Instagram. We was down. Hold on, I'm trying to look at the chat. Salute J Boss. I can't read all that right now. We live with Ad Live. Make sure you check out that Eternal Grind.
All right, that's better.
Yeah, yes sir. We can hear you. What up, though?
What up, though? What up, though, fellas? Everybody good?
Yeah, what up, though? Yeah. You?
Yeah, salute, homie.
I'm feeling real good. It's been a minute. I've been looking forward to this show. We here, I've been seeing the episodes, and I'm just I'm thankful y'all had me on, man.
Oh, it's an honor,
It's an honor.
dog.
It's an honor, man. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you know, you laid down the foundation back in the day.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I can dig that. I was
still laying it down.
I was a part of something special, you know what I'm saying, at the beginning of Detroit hip hop. So I won't take the credit away from other cats who was before me, who was putting in that work. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Smiley and a MC named Ebony and even Awesome Dre, who was the first one who took it national, you know, for Detroit on that next level. So, you know, I was still on the underground, you know what I'm saying? Still making my bones, as they say, you know what I'm saying? Aspiring, you know, watching these greats and then trying to just do my own thing, you know what I'm saying, with my crew.
That's what's up. Yeah.
So to be a part of something like that is pretty dope.
Yeah, nice. That's dope, man. Yeah, that's what's up, man.
I remember the first time I heard y'all single on the radio.
Really? Which one?
Lay Down the Foundation, 1998, made a nigga named Great. At the knee scene, 98, they know the name.
Wow. You taking it back for me, man. Yeah, the foundation, man. You know, y'all know the Fat Father?
Yes. Yeah, we've had him on.
So, you know, he was a part of that group, the foundation. So the one you heard, that was the second foundation that I had built. Because the first one was with the Fat Father. He went by the name of Boz back then, right? This is a young cat. He was a high school. You know what I'm saying? And I was picking him up, and he had a crew of guys that he was rolling with at the same time. A cat named Lovejoy. I'm not for sure if y'all familiar with him, Charles Lovejoy, but he's heavy in the streets of the D, and some other cats, and also had Chaos. So what happened is, you know, Chaos from Chaos and Maestro. So I kind of tried to put this group together to be like our own sort of Wu-Tang type of thing. You know what I'm saying? I had the idea with the development of all of these MCs. So I had the studio, I had the beats, and so I put that foundation together, it fell through, right? We recorded for a while, and then, you know, when it was time to sign that paperwork so we could go get a deal back then, because I had a demo deal set up. You know, we didn't sign the paperwork. You know, it wasn't great paperwork, but it was something to get us structured so we could go somewhere, so we could get a deal. Because, you know, there wasn't no online stuff back then. So that foundation one was set up for it fell through, but I still had the album. We put it together. We get in the foundation two, like you say, 98. I had like, man, Nelly Murph, Rock Z, MF911 cats, a rapper named Khalil. I mean, it was just so many dope greats, and that was just my own variation of the Wu-Tang, but not the Wu-Tang, but the Ant Live thing. You know what I'm saying? Of what my vision and what my creativity was seeing during these times and the direction I wanted to go. And I just had like-minded soldiers who was willing to go that way with me. But as always, you know, these things, when you got so many artists, that shit kind of, you know, comes to a boiling point, because with me, I'm a leader. So I already had the direction because I already had a major record deal. So I had already been through the trenches. So the idea was like, yo, y'all, I got the studio. I got these connects. I know what I want to do. Just come with me. And when I had developed the second foundation from that 98, it was guys who were they were my age. So they had their own thoughts and shit, but they hadn't really been through the trenches with me. So as we developed these projects, you know, it was always like, yo, Ant Live, you gotta want to run it, da da da. I'm like, yo, I got the vision for this shit. So, it's kind of fruition. Now here I am doing the same sort of thing, and I got guys following me. You know what I'm saying? Even at this stage and age of my career, I'm 55 now. When I was doing that foundation in 98, I was 28. You know what I'm saying? So I've got these guys, and even some of them guys who was rocking with me now, rocking with me then, they see the vision now, and they like, yo, this nigga's still doing it. We got to go follow him. And they ride with me, and we just doing some marvelous things together. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? Bringing that positive energy all the way back around. And that's just kind of what I've been about with Detroit hip hop. You know what I'm just saying? Just trying to be able to get everybody's energy and seeing what we could do together on the next level. So I just think that's what my role is from that foundation, as we spoke about, as you mentioned, got long-winded with it, but from that foundation, which I tried to develop, that's why I called it the foundation, I'm actually putting that into fruition right now. No doubt.
Yeah.
I remember
like building blocks, that's why I always say, like the foundation right there is the building blocks, just building on, and you still have the passion. That's what I was going to say, that I think, that's why I say the expiration on rap thing, that comment, I'm sure you're sick of hearing, which, some people should give it up, but if the passion is gone, okay, that's the expiration date. It don't matter, you 500 years old, but you got the passion.
Hey man, listen, man, they didn't put no time limit on artists like Aretha Franklin and all of these other R&B artists. There's no time limit on it. There's no expiration date. So why should it be an expiration date for us? And you know what, man? Let me just tell you, I got my own lane, bro. And I got my own fans who've been supporting me since the 90s. And the great thing about me going and having my foundation in England is, when my album came out in 1993 on Next Plateau Records, we were distributed by London Polygram Records. Polygram Records, which was a major distributor back there in the 90s. They had
I haven't heard that name in a long, long time. But they had the
London branch. So when my records were pressed up, they were pressed up in England, right? So hence, we didn't have YouTube back in the 90s. We didn't have it in the early 2000s. It didn't really take off until maybe after 2006, when people started really getting like, catching on to it. All right, so when that came back, when YouTube and all of that shit came out, it was like, I got fans out here. Because I would see all of these MF911 people putting up my music and stuff, and I'm like, whoa, I didn't even know that. You know what I'm saying? For the 90s, because I didn't tour. I was in college. I was playing college basketball. So I didn't tour when my album came out. My album unfortunately came out at the same time I was playing college ball. So I understood my college ball window was for 4 years. I understood rap could be for the rest of my life. So there was no way that I was going to miss the season in 93 when my album came out in October. That's when basketball season started. I was like, nah. So hence, all these years later, I'm able to tour, and finding out that my foundation is England. That's where my records was put out. And people know my music, and people have bought my music in England. It made it that much more easier for me to lay it up and dunk it. You know what I'm saying? And then bring in other cats. No doubt. Yeah. What up, Los?
We got a familiar face right now in the building. If you don't know, salute, Los. Been a minute.
Salute.
What up, though, homie? Los,
Y'all can hear me. Y'all can hear me, right?
Yep. Loud and clear, brother.
Bet it up.
Yeah. So man.
What up, Ant?
Definitely.
What up, Ant?
What up, though, Los? What's going on?
Long time no see, man. Long time no see, bro.
Man. But I talk to your ass every day, so it's like seeing you, baby. You know what it is.
Yeah,
You know what it is.
Hey, I gotta give you guys definitely your flowers and props on that. That album's fire. I've been bumping that. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Breath of fresh air, you know.
My first Ant Live tape, and he probably ain't gonna remember this, but he ran it to me before, but I was a teenager. It was in 1996, the State Theater Esham Dead Flowers concert. Y'all was passing on tapes.
Are you serious?
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, man. I mean, you know, man, to hear something like that, you know, I'm honored, bro, because, you know, you remember, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, how many people in the world remember those kind of takes and those kind of moments? And for me, you know, no matter what level of music that I've made it to hear stories like that, and to hear people tell me all the time, yo, Ant, you know, I recorded in your studio, Ant, you did a beat, or Ant, I remember. I'm like, man, that is such an honor, brother. So, I mean, I really, really, really appreciate hearing that, man, because it just let me know that my energy resonated. You know what I'm saying? I always just tried to have a positive energy. You know, we from Detroit, so we always had to keep a different kind of edge to ourselves to protect what we had and what we have. So we move our posture, what does it say? Our exterior is really, really tough, right? We have to present that way, right? But even though I was aware of that, it's what my environment called for, I still tried to have a energy, a vibe that was just welcoming. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, bro, nah, I'm not on that shit. I'm on this shit over here. I'm on this love shit. And, you know, before we was calling it the love shit, no Diddy, but before we was getting all it into the love, you know, that was just always my energy, is just welcoming people. So, you know, to hear that, and then even to see it now when I go over to England, is just really amazing. Even when I go to other places as well, it's just, yo, man, it's just embracing. So much love to you, brother. Thank you. no doubt.
For sure.
But you guys been putting in a lot of work too. If you guys wanted to talk about that, like you guys went to, you know, you've been traveling quite a bit. I mean, if you want to dip into that, man.
Yeah, when we started this tour, and the tour started to develop some months ago, you know, Los is like my last 4 tours, Los has been with me, right? So it was like, yo, we've always done these songs. We've been doing these songs, and I've shot video for them. We've shot videos for them in these various locations and places that we've been, but I never put the songs out. So I was like, Los, you know, I'm 55. This is a year. We got these bad joints. Let's go out and inspire these cats. You know, Nas is coming. Ghost came. Slick Rick, Raekwon, all of these legends, right? They came with this music. And, you know, I've been really, you know, deep into my career in these past 5 years. As you know, I'm back in school right now. I got another year before I complete my doctoral degree. But, you know, I've been on the administrative side of school and just really working hard. But I was like, this year I kind of just wanted to be a rapper again. I wanted to dive into my music, into my craft. And this tour, the alignment of this tour inspired me. So I was just like, yo, Los, you know, guide me. You know, you've been throwing me these beats, and, you know, Los would give me a beat here or a beat there, but it was nothing. You know, I always was doing my own thing. And I was just like, yo, man, let's just go ahead and knock out this project together. So I'm used to working by myself, even with the various producers I've worked with. They might give me the beats, but I kind of produce the effort. You understand what I'm saying? And arranging and rapping what I wanted to rap. So the difference with Los is I was like, yo, Los, I want you to produce me. right? I want you to produce me. I want you to tell me what I need to rap on. I need you to tell me if my cadence or if my rap is good. And I said, we're gonna put this project together, and we're gonna release it on Chuck D's label, and we're gonna tour it. And this is what we're gonna tour this album right here. And I've been working on a documentary, so we're gonna connect it all and make this an amalgamation of all of this positive art and energy that we got going together. So, Los was just like, he just went in his bag. So he went from, giving me, B plus B beats to to A plus beats.
You dissing my beats, man.
He was giving me fucking B beats.
You dissing my beats?
B minus beats or something at first, and then all of a sudden he just come out of the blue moon with these incredible beats, and I was just like, I couldn't even work properly. I just went into writing, right? I just went into this writing mode, and I didn't want to write like I wrote in the past. I wanted this to align with some adult rap inspiration that no matter who I play around, I can stand up to it, my chest out proud, and be like, okay, listen, I know you'll listen to this no matter what, because my topic and my subject matter is appealing, and it's relevant to what's going on. So Los was just telling me how to rap it. Los would be like, nah, I don't like how you rap that. Change the cadence. I know you always, this is not just Ant Live. You're rapping for DJ Los as well. So this is how I need it to sound, and da. So Los was like, really, it was the most I've been ever produced in all my entire life. I was in the studio with Ced G and Chuck D and Ice-T and all of these legends and Ghostface and all of these guys, and nobody's ever told me how to rap before. And Los,
That's good to have somebody that's on the team right there. They ain't just gonna there's too many yes men sometimes in the studio. I don't want to fall on my face, and everybody tells me, why didn't you tell me?
Right. Well, this is Detroit, man. So I didn't want to sound, this album. This was a Detroit album. You understand? So more than anybody, not even for the Ant Live fans, I wanted to rap for Detroit. I wanted Detroit to respect me. So I figured, Los is the most diplomatic Detroit emblem that we have, because he's not a gatekeeper. He helps everybody. You know what I'm saying? A gatekeeper only helps a certain amount of people or this section. Los embraces everybody. So I was like, okay, well, I need to listen to Los. Well, I always have, but I was just like, as an MC, I need to listen to what he tell me to do. And that's what I did, y'all.
Yeah. First of all, we go way back.
Got to shout out his pops too. I got to shout out his pops too for real quick. Shout out to Carl Butch Balls too. So go ahead, man. Didn't cut you off.
That's all good. I'm always plugging my dad. So that's you beat me to the punch. Blatonio. I think
salute, man.
Salute. So me and Ant go way, way back. He didn't mention that earlier, but we came together through Chaos and Maestro. Chaos brought Anthony to my house, and that's how I met him back in 89.
Yes.
And that's how I got familiar with who he was, and MF911, and Stead Rat and Maney. You know what I'm saying? And the whole, Cool, they were connected with Cool Keith and, the Ultramagnetic MCs and all of that. I'm like, oh man, okay. So that opened a whole nother avenue of hip hop for me. You know what I'm saying? I knew about Cool Keith and everybody, but I wasn't into them as much. And when I met Ant, it made me focus on them a little more. I'm like, okay, Cool Keith. Okay. All right, Ultra Mag. All right. All right, said Rat. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So that's how we made the connection. With this particular project, I think Anthony hit me up and asked me to redo a track that he had already for a song with Razcast that he had. And I'm already cool with Raz. You know, like I say it all the time, you know, that's my favorite MC. You know what I'm saying? So I'm already cool with him, and I've always been working with him over the last maybe 5 or 6 years or more. You know what I'm saying? I've been working, doing
I
cuts
remember
for
when I
him.
was out there, you was telling me about that, and we
Yeah,
met. You know what? Yeah,
I'm like, it was like a dream come true to hook up with Raz. So when Ant called me and was like, Los, can you redo this beat, man? We don't really want to use this track. It's a cool track, but I think it could be better. It's got Razcast on it. I said, that's a no-brainer. Send me the acapellas. You know what I'm saying? So he sent me the acapellas, and I made a track around their vocals. You know what I'm saying? I made the beat. I was listening to the cadence, you know, because that's one of my gifts. My dad is a percussionist. I think I inherited that, you know what I'm saying, that rhythm. And when I focused on their cadence and their lyrics and the rhythm of how they were flowing, I was like, oh, okay, they need a track like this. It's got to bounce. It's got to have a pocket. And I just made the track around what they were doing. And then I sent it to Ant. And Ant was like, wow, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, this sounds great. You know what I'm saying? I said, okay, well, we gotta come up with a hook because there was no hook in the song. So I went and took I think it was it was a clip from what Raz said in his verse about being dope. I'm doper than Pyrex when I flex, and I started scratching that.
Yeah.
I said, oh, that's gonna be the hook right there. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make this be the hook. And so that ended up being the name of the title of the song. And we started from there. And then that's when Ant said, you know what, Los? I'm thinking we should have a project. We should do a whole project, you know what I'm saying, with all your tracks. I said, bet. So I dug in the well, I didn't really have to dig because a couple of the tracks I was saving for my project. You know what I'm saying? It's just a couple of them. But then I made a bunch of new ones for Ant. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of that stuff is stuff I just came up with probably in the last 5 or 6 weeks, man. You know what I'm saying? I made those beats and sent them to him, and he was like, "Man, that beat is lovely, or that beat is incredible." You know, he was kind of inspiring for me to keep going, and then he would push. We kind of like were each other's coaches. Like he had one track that he had a verse from a Radar Van, Live Manifest from back in the day in Detroit, and Rapping for Change. Anybody remember that name? You know what I'm saying? That's what he was known as. And he sent me that the same way he sent the song with him and Raz. And he kept telling me, Los, you got to make a beat, 89 beats per minute for this. You got to make it 89 beats per minute. I'm like, all right, man. And I was procrastinating. You know, actually, I was trying, and I wasn't happy with what I was coming up with. And but Coach Ant Live put the pressure on me. Man, you gotta hurry up and get this done. And one day I stayed up real late one night, and I came up with something. As soon as I made that track, as soon as it kind of came together, I was like, oh, this is it right here. You know what I'm saying? I said, oh, Ant gonna love this. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I sent it to him, he heard it. He didn't even want to come up with a title for the song. He's like, we're gonna call it 89 as the number. Because 89 was the tempo of the beat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Good looking. So that's how that came to be.
That's what's up. And with multiple meanings too, because just like it fit. Yeah, 89 beats per minute. 89 is the number, another number.
And, and even I told Ann, I said, we were rushing to get the album done so fast. There's some things that I didn't even get to, like ideas that I had. Of course, I was going to try to use Chuck D when he says 89 is the number. You know what I'm saying? Get down, sell to the fucking drummer. I was going to use that. I was going to cut that in there, but we were moving so fast, and that was something that I wasn't able to put down, but it still came out dope. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it was the thing about it is I was I had these songs, and when I do these shows or when I travel, I shoot videos for them. And I happened to be going to New York City for my daughter's event. My daughter was having, I think, a birthday party, her 30th birthday party. And my guy, Radar Van, who's part of a Woo affiliate of some sort, as well as just an underground legend who's spent time in Detroit. I was like, yo, dog, I'm coming to New York. Let's do a song together. We'll shoot a video for it. So this is a few years ago. So we shot the video, and I had a producer out of New York, and I'm like, yo, Los, I got a video already for this song. I just said, you're in a zone right now. This guy named Neff Beats, who's pretty well known in New York, who did the beat.
I know who
I'm
Neff
familiar
is.
with the thing.
Yeah, this guy is fire. So I was like, he did the beat just for me and sent me a batch of beats he wanted me to rap on. So I was like, really, I was, honored that like this cat believed in my rhymes like that and what I was doing. But then Los was on fire. And I'm like, Los, we need maybe this song on our album because we got a video. So I said, I need you to go crazy on this beat. So I just know that, I had these songs, and he was able to just, even the song with Razcast, he was able to remix the beat from the original production and develop it around the video that I shot with the beat. And he was able to just put his thing on it. And it's just been a magical experience. Like he told you, we've been knowing each other for so long, and he's always been my tour DJ. And I've always, loved his production, even from the first time I met him, but we just never sat down and did a project together. And even the song, because I always just thought of Los as everybody's guy, so he's always busy. So I never relied on him for beats because I just knew he was Los is very meticulous and very methodic with the moves he makes. So to be able to lock in with his brain and his urgency or lack of what would I say it? He just doesn't move on the speed thing. And that's what makes him dope. He kind of just moves on his own time. So I was able to get his clock going, right? Like, yo, This pressure is on us. We got Chuck D ready to support us. So you coming with this fire. So we just got to go ahead and capsulize it. So, I just think that's where we made a lot of progress. We did. And
we definitely did. Yeah. You definitely pushed me. If you'd have been relying on me, I would have had I'll call myself the inside joke with everybody is I'm the bootleg Dr. Dre, and I'm working on Detox 2. You know what I'm saying? That probably won't ever come out. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's not true. I'm gonna drop my project too. Yeah, right. So that's the inside joke with everybody. But I have a legitimate reason why I work with everybody. So it's kind of hard to focus on my own stuff because every time I think I'm getting ready to do it, somebody calls me and I'm off doing that. Yeah. So, but it's coming. DJ Los Detox is coming.
Hey man.
We always see you doing your thing, man. You everywhere, like definitely many different artists and stuff. And like I see it right there, you guys building on the foundation, so to speak.
For sure.
Yeah. And that's good, when you guys bounce off each other like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, we all gotta be inspired, man. That's why we all here at this point in our lives and our ages, we still aspire to be great and to do some things that motivate people. This is not going to be, hip hop and music is you know, a lot. We all don't share the same wealth in it. You understand that, or abundance that the music brings. So we all have to have different motivations. My motivation is I inspire people. That's what I want to do. I don't get into my legacy. I really don't believe in the legacy factor of things. I don't believe in that. I believe for the now. I cannot tell you about a relative of mine who lived 100 years ago. And I cannot tell you about the hottest singer in Rome back in the 1600s. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I can do is inspire you right while I'm here. In a couple hundred years, we're not gonna know who Michael Jackson is like that. Michael Jackson's gonna be as known as Shakespeare, as much as Shakespeare, or one of those other pianists that, or Bach, or one of those other or musicians that we, you know. So what does it all mean? I guess, you know what I'm saying? What does it all mean? It absolutely means absolutely nothing, because there's other greats who do variations of their music, and they're great for their time. So with that being said, is we have to be able to live for the now and apply with all of these thoughts and these motivations and these things within us. We got to give it to people right now, man. So that's the importance of being able to come together with DJ Los on a project. I always loved being in the team, but like I said, I always been the leader, right? I always been the leader, and not always all the guys wanted to follow my direction. So when the guys didn't necessarily follow my direction, I always had my own thing. So I would just keep moving forward, right? Oh, all right, cool. Well, with this thing with Los, it was just like, all right, I can't move unless you move. If we not agreeing with it together 100, if we not feeling like, yo, we need to do it together 50-50 to make 100, then it's not gonna work. You know, I called him about a new video that I wanted to release from the project, and he was like, that's crazy, you need to slow down.
I did that 2 days ago, didn't I? It's funny, man. Me and Ant, we love each other, and we clash, but we're like a battery, like positive and negative energy. If it, you know what I'm saying, if one without the other, it ain't gonna work. So he's like, go, 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 and I'm like, hold on, man, chill out. This you gotta do it like this, and you know, like he says, I'm methodical. And so he hit me the other day, like, we're dropping the next video Monday. We got to keep the momentum going. I'm like, no. There's some things we have to do first before we can drop that video.
Slow down.
So,
Slow down.
So we're working on that. I meant to call you today. We're working on that right now.
Okay, beautiful. No, man. And that's the beauty, I think, for me at this stage in my career is working with somebody else who cares as much as I care, but also has as much wisdom and knowledge, and who I trust. I'm like, all right, well, you know, I can't, it's, you know, and this is not a knock on my guys that I've worked with in the past, but some guys will only go to certain limits, right? And then they stop because it's not going to be fiscally reasonable, financially reasonable, or mentally. It might not even have nothing to do with financial, just mentally being able to cross the road to the other side to see what's over there and see how you can make it over there. We all don't do that. So I think that's where Los compliments me, in the sense where I listen to Los, because I look at Los as like, shit, he doing the same motherfucking thing I'm doing. He putting in the same amount of work I'm putting in what we do in the tours and all of that stuff. I look at him like, oh shit, well, if he say something, it must be some truth to it. It must be some, because he puts in the same energy that I put into it. So it makes it, in the words of Spike Lee, more better. Yeah.
Better.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's right.
Yep. And of course, you can be your own worst critic too. You know, at the same
Oh, yeah.
time.
That's right.
Yeah, they're right. You know.
Hey, and let me say this real quick, man. Every time I'm on here, I never do what I'm supposed to do, and that's acknowledge all of y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? King Brother X, my bro. You know what I'm saying? Gutta, Blatonio, man. I love y'all, bro. Y'all are doing something and creating a platform for everybody to come to, and it broadens everybody's fan base. And not people. That's very important, man. And I want y'all to know that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been on here several times, and before I can say it, we get cut off or we end the call, and I'll be like, "Dang, I didn't acknowledge my brothers." You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing that right now. I appreciate
Oh
each
man.
and every one of y'all, man. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, King Brother X, you always you know you like the doggone Rain Man of the crew right there. Like, you know, all this,
You ain't lying.
the
Yep.
intricate little details that nobody would expect you to know. I'll be like, God, dog, you was there too? Oh, you know that too? So salute to all of y'all, man.
What was that one lyric in what song? And he'll say the whole. Yeah, he got the whole
Yeah,
verse.
man. He surprises me a lot of times, man. And every time he does, I'm like, wow, how he was every damn where.
That's what it's about, man. That's what it's about, man. It's just this good energy, and that's what the music in general should kind of, music calms the savage beast, is that term. So music is the way that where people are able to connect and build, and most of the people that I've built in my life have majority come with my best guys, my the people I love the most, they come from the music world. You understand what I'm saying? So we need guys to continue the message. You know what I'm saying? And like the great thing about these platforms, that like we have to do these podcasts, YouTube is going to be here for when we're long and gone. So this is a platform that people can refer back to for the now as well as in the future, to just see what it's all about and what does it all mean, and especially coming from Detroit. I've been living in Houston last 18 years, 2007, so it's about to be 2006. Yeah, so dang, that's almost going on 19 years. So I still just maintain my platform, my residency, and my foundation as Detroit. You know what I'm saying? With my whole family and everybody being there. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just like when you look back, the great thing about watching YouTube and what these platforms can bring is I watch a lot of the old, Detroit yesteryears and looking at pictures from the 1920s and different things. So now this is just kind of an intricate web of that people can refer back to and really understand what, camaraderie, what brotherhood, and just what the message was and what we're trying to put out. And that's what this platform does, man. The Hood Smokers. It's my first time here, but I like I said, I've spent the last few weeks just really looking at the platform, and I'm like, oh wow, they're doing some amazing things.
We appreciate that, brother. It's an honor having you on. Like for that, we're humbled by that. Like for real, we're honored to have you on. And like we say in the intro, I made the intro and where I just always say we don't do no Vlad stuff, no Adam stuff, just hip hop. That's
and Detroit hip hop. Can Can you believe where Detroit hip hop is right now? I just tapped into this new cat. Well, I don't know how new he is. He's new to me. The Bruiser Wolf guy.
Bruiser Wolf.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I've been listening to a lot of his music lately, and I just think it's incredible how we innovate in Detroit. Like all of these different styles. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, even from the T Grizzlies, and you go back to the Eminems. All of these innovative cadences, right, come from Motown, Detroit. And we're not just talking about, I want you guys to understand, we're not just talking about rapping and how and what they're saying. We're talking about the way these guys say these intricate web of words. It's like no other place in the world, and everybody else tries to copy it. Everybody wanted to be Eminem. When T Grizzly come out with this fast rapping in front of the beat, now everybody's trying to do it. It's incredible style.
Detroit makes, the world takes.
Come on, man. And now you got this Bruiser Wolf, and if you think about the things that he's saying in his rhymes, you know, when I listen to these guys now, I don't listen. I listen for, I want to see how intelligent he is, right? And you can always hear how intelligent or how smart a guy is in his rhyme. And I'm like, oh, this guy must have got all A's in school. just the way he articulates the words. I'm like, oh yeah, this cat got all A's. He was one of them street dudes who was just like, yo, he was just too smart for everything. And school was just too easy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I look for when I'm looking at these rhymers and what inspiration comes from, where inspiration comes from, and how it drives us in this hip hop gamut and world.
Word.
Yeah.
I get deep with it, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Detroit guy, so I've been here from the beginning, and I seen the development and looking back and going all the way back to, you know, in my grandmother's house on 900 Philadelphia, you know, listening to Rapper's Delight in 1980. And my man, Aunt Foster, who was a 5th grader with me in elementary, and his parents had, I guess he was just living in the streets. And I remember him spending the night over my house that one day, and we heard Rapper's Delight on the radio together. And I was like, oh, wow, what is that? You know what I'm saying? But we still have Michael Jackson and Prince, and that was just early on. Yeah. So I was still doing that. But just that inspiration, I remember it so vividly. Look where we at right now, yo. You know what I'm saying? Look where it's gone. And just to see that the Detroit, you know, the grind we had to go through. We didn't even have no platform for hip hop in Detroit. We had none. You understand? You had to do. There was a lady who on the east side who was doing talent shows. Do you remember that lady's name, Los? I don't know if you remember. It was some lady.
Candy. Miss Candy.
Miss Candy. It was some. That's who this lady was. She was on the east side. It was the early 80s. And if you connected with her, she was doing talent shows, da-da-da-da. But that we didn't have no platforms. You know what I'm saying? There was nobody, we weren't playing it. There were no clubs for us to go to. So, you know, it was, for us, it was a real grind. So that's why, you know, when I was looking at hip hop, I wasn't looking at no Detroit hip hopper. I was looking at New York because we didn't have a scene. We didn't have no rappers to look at. We had the Gumby rappers. Who else was out doing the Gumby, Los?
Gumby and them was SPX 90. You know, my dad named them that. They recorded that the Gumby song and all of that at our studio.
Are you
And
serious?
I'm serious. And my dad named them. I got the unit. I got it in my basement. It's a unit called the SPX 90. It's an effect unit. And they were in the studio and they didn't have a name for themselves. And my dad told them, just call yourselves SPX 90. That's what y'all used over there. And so that's what they called themselves, SPX 90. But you had Silvery Benson, you had the Ever Ready crew.
Yeah, Ever Ready crew.
You had the Fresh Boys.
Yeah.
Shoot, man, there's so many people. You had TC Real. You had Papa J Smooth.
I remember Papa J. But you want to know something about these cats?
Mm-hmm.
See, even back then, you had to be with somebody who had money to get your shit out. So you had to have a dope dealer or
right.
or a studio
Yeah.
or something like that. Because, I mean, there wasn't no really, it all took money back then.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you had to have some type of big financial backing.
Yeah.
And people even thought that's what we had when we came out, when World One was established. But our money came from like shipping companies. My Uncle Gene, he owned a shipping company in Florida. And you know what I'm saying? So he was more of the financial backing for our situation. And my dad was like the brains when it came to the music aspect and putting it all together because he had been in the music business so long. So yeah, but they thought we would, and then like our album cover, we look like drug dealers intentionally. You know what I'm saying? That was what we were supposed to. So everybody thought we had dope behind us, but we didn't. You know what I'm saying? But I know what you're saying. Most of the companies did have a dope situation behind them to make them. That's the only way they can get money to go to the studio.
That's the only way you can go to the studio and get that wax pressed and all of that stuff. And then, because we didn't have that foundation. And then, one thing about our sound in Detroit, I just didn't like. That was the only thing I didn't like about Detroit hip hop. I did not like our sound.
Yeah.
Right. As we started developing, as acts started developing.
Yeah.
Even back then, I was listening to how New York was sounding.
Yeah.
And then how we were sounding. And I was like, man.
If you look at it, really, Master P kind of took our sound that we had.
He did. Yep.
And he capitalized off of it when we only went so far. You know what I'm saying? I listened to when he came out, I said, man, these beats sound like the beats we was making in the 80s, man. This is, you know what I'm saying, generic. This ain't, but he was winning with it. So I laugh at that a lot of times. I look at that and I say, yeah, Master P, he kind of snatched our style and won with it bigger than we did. You know?
Yeah. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yep. But you know what? We still maintain that essence to this day in Detroit hip hop.
Yeah.
We still have that electronic sound on our beats. And it's crazy how that has withstood the test of time. We weren't a sampling city. We are not a sampling city.
You gotta remember, we the techno started here. The techno
I was about to mention the techno too, because
techno started here with as far as soul, when we incorporated soul in it. Now I give the credit to the Germans and the Europeans with techno because
like you talking like Kraftwerk and stuff.
Yeah, Kraftwerk established it. You know what I'm saying? And they was like pretty much the first people I ever heard say the word techno on a record. You know what I'm saying? So
that got sampled too. They got sampled too.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. You gotta give credit to Kraftwerk. You know, a lot of people say we started techno here, but I watched my dad was touring with Kraftwerk. You know what I'm saying? And I remember him coming back and telling me, son, I bought you a record. He bought me a home computer. the first Kraftwerk album. And he said they got pocket calculator on there and numbers is on here. When I played it, I said that's the record I've been listening to all the time. Mojo was always playing this record. You know what I'm saying? It was numbers. You know, we were breakdancing to that.
Numbers was my shit.
It was everybody's. It was everybody's. And so my dad was my dad was telling me like, you know, Los, I toured with this group, you know, with RJ's latest arrival. You know, we got this song called Shackles on My Feet. You know what I'm saying? And they were playing, you know, around the world with this hit record. And he said, it's this group. Have you ever heard of Kraftwerk? I said, no. And he said, I bought you their record while I was on tour. He said, this group is so different. They come from Europe. They come from Germany. He said, but they don't show themselves on stage. They stand behind a curtain and they have mannequins on the stage and robots. You know what I'm saying? I said, for real? You know, and that was my introduction to who Kraftwerk was. And that was long before I heard stuff like Cosmic Car and, you know, Transmit and UFO and all of that stuff came after I heard Kraftwerk. So I know the chronological order. Now, when Detroit got into it, Juan Atkins and everybody, they put the soul in it and it took off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Done deal. It was over. It was over. When they got into it, it was over. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I got to give them credit to Kraftwerk in the beginning, but then we had the soul put into it. And so that's what I was saying. I was making the bridge to what you were saying, Anthony. That's why a lot of our stuff has techno aspects to it and electronic synth and stuff like that. Because it's still, that's the foundation. You know what I'm saying? When we started rapping, we was rapping over stuff like that. Here, you know what I'm saying?
Because we didn't, to be honest, I didn't know, even like when I heard groups like Run DMC, I didn't know that I thought that was their original music. So I didn't know that rappers were sampling, right? So I really didn't know this stuff. So it's when I think back about how naive I was, I remember me and my partner Said Rap from the group MF. We went in and we bought us a drum machine, a Yamaha RX-15 at Wonderland Music. I think that was out in Southfield.
That's where I got my turntables from. My dad took me to get these same turntables right here. Those are my turntables I've had for 30 years. They came from that same place you're talking about.
Wow. Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. Well, we bought that Yamaha RX-15 and we thought that was going to really help us. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hold on. I'm listening to these other groups, and then I hear Rebel Without a Pause, and I'm like, oh, well, let's make a beat like that. And I'm like, hold on, this shit ain't sounding like that.
They was looping. They looped Fred Wesley on Rebel Without a Pause and Clive Summerfield, Funky Drummer.
Yeah, but I was like 17, 16, so I'm like, for me not to know this shit is really crazy.
I don't hear that sound in this drum machine.
Yeah, that's funny. I can't hear that. That's
funny.
There's no drum sound that sound like that one. Or
the funny thing
there's no drum sound that sound like that. I'm like, yeah, you're trying to look for it on
at all.
Thing.
Yeah.
No, you're like.
Yeah, those are all samples
and the preset melodies, do. Oh,
yeah. I'm like, this ain't getting it, and just to think that
this ain't fire.
Yeah, I was like, just to think that me and Said from my group, this guy is one of my best friends and my group member. We actually fought over that over that motherfucker in the snow on the boulevard. Next to Northwestern High School. We actually we came from the studio one day and we were and I had the RX, I had the drum machine for about a month. Right? And when we left the studio, they was like, Tony, it's time to get a drum machine up. It was the two brothers. The two brothers are in the group, Manny and Sad Rat.
Right.
And I was like, I'm sitting in the back seat with the drum machine, and I'm like, nah, man, I'm gonna keep it a little bit longer, right? They was like, nah, you're gonna have to give it up. So I remember passing Northwestern High School on the boulevard, like I'm going to the Lodge Freeway, and I just jumped out of the car with the jump at the light.
Well, they're doing some GTA like flipping.
It was crazy. I don't know why I did it. I jumped out of the car.
You crazy,
with
bro.
the drum machine. It was running. It's a true
like,
story.
Y'all ain't getting this drum machine. Y'all ain't getting this. I need this.
No,
I
you ain't getting
They
this.
chased me. They chased me for the drum machine. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I got to an apartment building. The apartment building door wasn't open. They snatched the drum machine and jumped back in the car and took off. Okay, I kid you not. This is a real story about a synthetic drum machine that had no sample time in it.
Yeah.
And all of the drum machines sound synthetic. And we was
I go in there. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. All that. I know all the sounds in that drum machine you're talking about, bro. They were real cheesy. They were real cheesy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I fought you over that. I fought you over that piece of shit. You know.
That's crazy.
Almost fought.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, just to think of that, it was like, he was like 16, 17 years old, man.
That's funny.
We running. I'm running in the snow, like you say, like it's the Matrix or some shit, like it's for dear life. I don't know.
You ain't getting this thing.
Serious business, man. Hip hop, man. You like, shoot, no, man. I gotta make these beats.
Yeah.
Yep.
You get it back when I'm ready.
I was learning, but it's just kind of crazy that, from that point to where we are now with the development of our projects and everything. And I think our project is to inspire Detroit and to bring unity together. That was my whole concept behind creating this and rapping some of the lyrics that I rapped. Even the cover, that was all you. Anthony Ant was like, Los, we should have a cover with everybody from Detroit on there. You know what I'm saying?
That was alumni. That was good.
But I knew in the back of my head, I'm like, this is gonna stir up so much controversy. I just went through this.
Why ain't I on there?
Oh yeah, exactly. So what I told Ant is, it inspired me to tell him, man, let's keep going and let's do it like we should have had on there that this is volume 1. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Because we're gonna keep going, and on the next one, we plan to put more people on. The people that we missed and didn't have on this cover, we'll try to have them on the next one, and then the one after that, we'll cover the other ones, and we'll get to a point where we minimize the crying. You know what I'm saying? You're like, look, man, I can't put everybody in pictures, And so
and you've seen our collage too. We've had that share of things. So
like, well, you got me on there.
No. So we have several different versions. Yeah.
For that reason.
Hard to fit that many. Yeah.
You can't.
Okay. How many do you want on here?
Yeah, and it's not a disrespect to nobody. It's like if I challenge anybody from Detroit to try and do that. You're gonna be thinking about people you'll think you're at a point where I got everybody, and then the next day, oh shoot, I forgot about my best friend. You know what I'm saying?
J to the D.
Yeah, come on, man. Come on. You know what I'm saying? We got them on there, but it's a lot of people who look at certain people like Kid Rock. They're like, why y'all got Kid Rock on there? You ain't got these people on here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they gotta know.
Come on, Kid Rock was there with us too. Bobby, I knew Bobby before he was Kid Rock.
I was gonna say,
I was there when
you knew
Kid
Bobby.
Rock
That's right.
Actually got discovered by D Nice. Boogie Down Production. I was there.
Yeah.
I was the host of the show. This was a show out in Inkster. I want to say the year might have been year of 1988. My brother Solo D, David McKinney, his uncle or his cousin was throwing a show out in Inkster, Michigan at this club out there.
I know that. I think I know that club you're talking about too.
Yes.
Yep.
It was Boogie Down Production.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
And they had this kid on there opening up for him. His name was Kid Rock. Now, I found out about the show late. So my boy Solo D, Dave McKinney, went to his cousin and was like, yo, can you get my boy Ant on the show to perform? Mm-hmm. He said, nah, man, the show is already locked in. I can't get him on. But if he wants to host, then I can get him that way. So, of course, I was like, I'll do it. I had never hosted a show in my life. And I just wanted to be on stage in that moment. So I remember going up there and I come out to the stage, they give me the mic and they say, yo, this kid right here is coming out, Kid Rock, introducing. So my job is, I'm from Detroit, so I ain't never been, to be honest, and I had to keep it one, I ain't never been around white people in my life. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Every school I went to, I'm from the hood, so so to see this white rapper with all of these black people, I was like, oh, I'm gonna really hype it up for him, right? So I go out there, hey yo, I'm bringing to the stage. This kid is so fucking dope. He's a white rapper with. As soon as I say he's a white rapper, everybody in the club goes, boo.
What?
I put this
for the
on
times.
I put this on everything. As God is my witness. This is how he gets on. So when I say I'm bringing this white, as soon as I say the word white, the whole club goes boo. Wow. So I look like I'm green now, y'all. I've never hosted. So I'm just trying to do something that I'm thinking that's going to get everybody geeked up and inspired for this kid. But on the other hand, when the crowd goes boo and I say white, they're looking at me like, oh man, this nigga tried to sabotage my. So they don't know that.
Oh no! Yes, I feel for your. Oh man!
So they don't know that I'm a 17-year-old kid thrust into position. Boogie Down Production is one of my favorite groups in the world. I don't know Kid Rock, but I'm trying to do a good job of hyping him up. All of my intentions is good as hell. So this is what happens when they're booing. So when he comes out to the stage and he rocks, they go fucking crazy. So now it's turned off to it went from negative to positive. So while he's rocking, I'm on the side, I'm off the stage now, and I'm watching, and I remember it vividly like it was yesterday because the whole backstage area where the dressing rooms and where you come out in the corridor was all white in there and stuff. So it was just, it was vivid like yesterday. So Kid Rock, he rocks it. He tears down the place in Inkster. He comes off the stage. D-Nice, I'm standing right here. D-Nice is adjacent to me. And soon as Kid Rock walks off the stage, D-Nice is like, hey, yo, my man, let me holler at you for a second. And when they go over to talk, my boy Solo D is standing there with me. And he was like, yeah, man, I don't know why my man did that to me. All right? As he's talking about me, like, yo, I don't know why that guy did that to me. He ain't talking rude like he trying to start something, but we can overhear the conversation or something.
Yeah.
And then D-Nice
is the reaction.
Yes. So the D-Nice's response was like, yeah, man, fuck that nigga, man. Don't worry about that.
Oh no. Oh no.
So, this is the exact truth. So a year later, I go to college. there's an album that comes out that's called Grits something.
Oh yeah, grits and bacon.
Oh, the fish and grits or something, wasn't it? Fish and grits.
Just for breakfast.
Fish, grits,
for
bacon.
Okay.
Now,
thank you, BK.
It says on there, Jive Records. Boogie Down Productions is on Jive Records.
Yeah.
Executive produced by D Nice's name is on there. I'm like, oh shit. So that day, when I seen D Nice was talking to him, he was getting his number and all of that. Yeah. I seen it happen that day. Yeah. And they put him on Jive Records, the same label D Nice was on, same day label BDP was on, and D Nice's name was on it. Yeah. So I go back as far as that, man, where I've seen these intricate things, man. That's just, Detroit history, bro.
Yeah, my Kid Rock story was before that. My Uncle Gene. Huh?
I was gonna say, I was gonna say, to get him where it is, you guys go way back. I mean,
my Uncle Gene, right? Gene Davis, my dad's partner.
Oh yeah,
Uncle Gene brought Kid Rock up to the studio, man. While me and Easy B were working on our album.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, so that far back,
Yeah, we wasn't even done with the album yet. And he brought him up there, and he said, "Hey man, how you doing, man? My name's Bobby." He had the moosed up hair, like what I'm saying.
Yeah,
high top fade.
Probably using like Elmer's glue or something. Yeah,
yeah. So he said, I had one turntable. I had one of these Technique 1200s and a mixer set up in the main studio room where I could practice up there at World One. And he said, "Man, I DJ. Can I get on? Can I show you what I could do?" I said, "Hey man, I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? My dad bought me my equipment. I don't let nobody get on my equipment. You know what I'm saying?" And he's like, "Oh man, I know what I'm doing." And I said, "Look here, man. All right, let me see what you can do real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going against what my dad. Don't let nobody mess with your equipment. Don't let nobody touch it. These are your tools. You know what I'm saying?" So I snuck and let him on, and he could really scratch. He was scratching. You know what I'm saying? And I
heard about this. Yeah.
I was like, I was amazed. You know what I'm saying? He blew my mind. And he said, "Yeah, man, I've been practicing for a long time." And he was coming around because he wanted to get a deal with World One Records. You know what I'm saying? He actually came to my first show with Easy B at Belle Isle. It was this company called So Sad. Clementine Barfield. She was a mother who her son was a victim to gun violence, and he was murdered, and she started an organization called So Sad, Save Our Sons and Daughters.
I know what that is.
Remember that? So
I remember. I remember.
Yep, they threw a show on Belle Isle at the Belle Isle Band Shell, and it was us. It was Easy B and DJ Los. It was Prince Vince. That's when I met Prince Vince. It was the Fresh Boys. Chip ahoy, chip ahoy, chip ahoy. They was on there. It was I want to say it was the Honeys. Those little girls. It was the Honeys. And I can't remember who else was on that show. But Kid Rock came as a fan for Easy B and DJ Los. And I remember getting off the stage, and he was so excited for me because he had just met me that week. And he was like, "Man, Los, man, that's what I want to do, man. I want to rock stages like that, man. I want to do that, man." And I told him, I said, "Bobby, you're going to get your chance, man. Everybody get a chance." I remember plain as day. I'm always encouraging to everybody who got passion. And I remember what I told him. I said, "Man, you're going to get your chance. Everybody get a chance. Don't worry. Watch. I guarantee you." And then to watch him blossom and turn into what he was, I said, "Look at this. He's bigger than me now." You know what I'm saying? But I know
Yeah.
I remember telling him from the heart, bro, you gonna get your chance. You know what I'm
And
saying?
look at
What we doing, this is cool. Thank you for supporting us, but you're gonna get a chance too. And I didn't know he was gonna be what he is now, you know. So, but yeah, that's my Kid Rock story right there.
that's an amazing story,
Yeah.
man. That's an amazing story,
Yeah.
brother.
I remember Kid Rock used to be the DJ at the State Theaters for the Kiddie Disco.
Wow.
Are you serious?
See? Wow.
Yeah, I was too square to go to any of them shits in high school, and then
I used to
I
go to the
was
Kiddie
square.
Disco on Easter. The Kiddie
Oh, man.
Disco? You crazy?
Oh no, man! I was
My mom
square.
used to take me to all of them Kiddie Discos. I thought I break dance and do all kind of stuff back then.
Nah, I was square, and plus I wasn't, in Detroit back then. Even when you stepped out or you went to school,
Yeah.
you had to be fresh,
Yeah.
right? And I was not fresh.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you could go to the Kiddie Disco. You had to be fresh at the Kiddie Disco too.
You had to be fresh, and
You definitely.
I was not fresh. I mean, I just
You ain't fresh. You ain't fresh.
Right.
Oh man,
That is crazy. Y'all brought up the Kiddie Disco, man. The Kiddie Disco.
The one on
The
Jefferson.
name itself is hilarious.
Yeah.
That is funny. I forgot all about those years. Wow. Yep.
Prince Vince.
Is that venue something now? I was gonna say, is that venue something now?
No, it wasn't. Well, the Kiddie, they used to have Kiddie Discos at various places. They didn't have it in one spot.
Okay, so so it went all over. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It so happened this particular one was at the State Theater.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there was a disco over there near Martin Luther King, not far from Jefferson, that all the kids used to go throughout the years. I forgot what it was called.
Okay.
It's a side. It wasn't far from Belle Isle. And
was it the DIV hall? The DAV?
No, that's on Jefferson. This was on a side street of Jefferson, where if you're on Jefferson and you're going to Belle Isle and you get to Martin Luther King High School, you'll turn left to go like you're going to Martin Luther King and up that side street.
You're not talking about the dancery.
The dancery.
Yeah. They used to have Kiddie Discos in there too, but that place is known for. That was the hood spot where we all used to go, man. Yeah, I love the dancery. That was the hip hop spot, basically. But a Detroit style hip hop. Yeah,
and that's why I said Detroit didn't have a scene, because I mean, I did not go to none of those spots, man. Because it was just like, all of the dope boys went there. Because the guys had money, so
yeah.
I don't think my parents were going to allow me to go there anyway with that. And then it was listen, I was real cognizant of what was going on in my environment in Detroit, being that I was from 3rd Street. And when I come outside, all of the stuff that they talking about, I see in my neighborhood every day. Seeing guys my age at 15 and 14 and 12 and 17 dying, for hustling and selling drugs. So even for me, without my mother or my grandmother's guidance, I still wasn't trying to go to any of that shit anyway, bro.
Yeah.
I was so focused on basketball and making this music. How was I going to get to the studio? Whose equipment was I going to use? Whatever the inspiration at that time for music. So my mind was preoccupied.
Yeah, see, we was at all of we was at the dancery, the shelter, what's the other one? The River Rock.
Yeah.
Inferno, Club Inferno, UBQs. Yep. There's another one. There's another one called.
Quarters used to be open back in the day.
The Underground. It was on Livernois. They had a club called the Underground.
The Brotherhood.
The Brotherhood. Napoleon. what was that, Napoleon? It was a little spot over there off I don't even know where. It might have been off of Illinois too, but in the Club Napoleon, it was like an underground little spot where all the MCs used to go and rap. It's a bunch of them. I didn't been to all of them.
A lot of shit, Lo.
Yeah, and then you had the hip hop shop. You know what I'm saying? So I used to go to all of them. I went to all of them. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't a regular at those spots, but whatever my crew, like I was hanging with P Groove and Sleepy D. Back in the day, they were called the Inner Circle, and they were running with Jay Dilla around the time when you was running with them too, Ant. And I used to run with those guys, and because Groove had the fresh car, you know what I'm saying? I forgot what kind of car he had, but his front seat swivel around where he could talk to the people in the back.
Oh, he got the office chairs almost. Office chairs like built in it.
Yeah, so he used to come pick me up, and we roll. Where we going today, y'all? Me, Dez, Finesse, shoot, a lot of them guys from back in the day. We all used to pile up, Proof. Everybody, we'd be all in his car, and we drive to wherever we was going. Sort of like how 8 Mile was. How did everybody be in that car? Was in that car? We did that type of thing for some years, and then I end up having my daughter. I was the first one to have a kid. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not. Maybe Groove might have had a son before me, but when I had my kid, I was out of the mix. You know what I'm saying? I didn't go to the shelter like that because I would have been probably more involved with D12. I probably would have been a DJ and all of that. You know what I'm saying? But I had to take on the father role and you know what I'm saying, be a family man. So I kind of stepped away from the scene. And that's why I wasn't active with Royce and all of them earlier on. It came later. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, that's ironic you say that because when the 90s came, remember I had my deal in 92 and my album came out in 93.
That's when my daughter was born, 92. Yep.
Yeah, so my daughter was born in 93. I was married in 93. So like I was telling the gentleman earlier, I was playing college basketball at the same time my album was out. And basketball season, I wasn't about to leave basketball to go rap. Right. And I had a budget, I had an advancement and everything. But you got to catch me after the season because I already knew my man, I can only do this while I'm young, and I only got 4 years to do this. With this music, I got some years on me. So it was a gamble for me that didn't pay off back then because we didn't promote the album. They wanted to put us on a promotional tour, and I couldn't go. And my said he was a homebody, my partner, my rock partner. So he wasn't about to go do no shows and travel the world without me. Because, you know, even when we recorded our album in New York in 92, he only stayed there for a couple weeks and came back home. I was there for a couple months recording. Right. So that's why I had solo songs on the album. I think I might have had 2 or 3 solos because of me being there with Fed G and in the studio rhyming. So, you know, when you talk about the 90s in hip hop, by the time 94, after 94 comes, by 95, my studio is running full speed. So I'm already I've been getting music money since 92. Now I'm getting my own money by having my studio in buildings from 94 to 98 or whatever. So I felt my mind was, I already had a deal. So why do I need to be in the club rapping with the rappers that's trying to rap to get a deal? My mind, I wasn't wise enough to understand that, yo, you gotta be grassroots, and that grassroots and building that audience locally is gonna support you. Remember, I had already went to New York to get my deal. Ultramagnetic MCs put me on from the Bronx. So me and my group, we weren't a grassroots Detroit rap group who was in the streets and who was grinding and who had a following on even our following we didn't even have a following in our neighborhood. we were two introvert guys. Cedric's uncle is Levi Stubbs of the Four Tops, the lead singer.
Wait a minute, you said who is?
Cedric, my shed rat, his uncle, his first uncle, his mama's big brother is Levi Stubbs.
Okay, I do know this story. My dad told me because my dad he probably on stage right now with them right now.
Yeah. So that's Levi Stubbs of the Four Tops. So
yeah,
that's why he had the music and the sing and all the melodies in him. So with me, it was like with him having that. Hold on, where was going with the story? Hold on, where was it going?
You was with the Four Tops.
Yeah, but no, it was before that, Los.
What were we talking about with the Four Tops? You was talking about how I told you how I fell back in 90 about around 98.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. So I guess what I was saying is we were both both had the music acumen, but we were both introvert type of guys. So instead of being out there in the public's view and rubbing elbow and finding out who all the new rappers are in the 90s that's coming up, since we had our deal in 93, all of these new rappers are coming out years 95, 96. Well, I'm in the studio making money. So I'm like, well, why do I need to be out there with these niggas? I'm calling niggas on the phone. I got connects and everything. So we never was able to attain that grassroots following until, like I said, mainly until YouTube. Then that's when guys from the city, they were like, oh, they did that. Oh, they did that. So that's how my development. So I missed a lot of the going-ons of the 90s. I missed the who's. I couldn't tell you who the hell Royce 5'9" was or who Proof was in the 90s at all. I didn't know none of these guys. I was in the studio. So I wish that if I had the opportunity, I wish that I could have took that experience back and would have been like, all right, guys, we leaving the lab. Let's go to the hip hop shop, or let's go to this spot, or let's go to that spot. Then I would have been developing the grassroots concepts and being able to build off of that and having that support and that following from the home. But, we didn't. And we were able to go out and do other things, but it's a different kind of energy when you're on that scene that you seem like you missed a little, Los, a little, as you were saying as well, due to fatherhood. But I know I missed it. I was there and missed it all, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you see with this project? What do you guys think about it, man?
Yeah. We definitely been calling it refreshing for sure, because bringing back all those roots that need reminding, for everybody too.
We're dropping the second volume in April. What'd you say, buddy?
Me personally, I love when the OGs come together in hip hop and make something totally beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that, man. We dropping volume 2 in April, and we're gonna be having a lot of Detroit features that we didn't have, as well as some national features. So the ideal is to keep the experience and the inspiration and the homegrown energy. Is just really, for me, it's really dope, man, just to see how many Detroit people are getting behind this. And then to have Chuck D put it out and support it has really been a highlight, because he's the one who was like, yo, you guys need to do another volume of this. This album is doing good. You getting a lot of energy off of it. So you need to keep this stuff going good. So Los and I, we back in the lab recording. And like I said, the next one is gonna have more artists in the picture. It's gonna be different, but the artists that we weren't able to tap into with this picture, as well as just so many dope MCs. I did a song with Drew Verde the other day. Los, I gotta
you
send
dropped
that.
your verse? You dropped your verse?
I dropped my verse. I gotta go ahead and send you an MP3 on it. So yeah, we going and the thing is, guys, for this album, we've got videos for almost every song. Like I would think that we have videos for every song. Some of them are not completed, but we've filmed them. And it's just just to bring it, just to bring that attention to just an inspiration to the world, man, and just to have Detroit on it. Yeah, it's gonna be nice, man. So stay with us, bro. Volume 2 is gonna be incredibly dope. Los is in his bag, and I'm just an MC, just to be happy to be on this stuff and to be rocking with these other classic guys.
Yeah, good looking.
Yeah.
Los did that a minute ago. We shot that video over a year ago. And we was like, I was like, nah, we just gonna hold on to it. Tash, everybody was asking me, when you gonna put it out? When I'm like, yo, man,
I got a few calls. I got a few calls from Tash like, Los, what you gonna do with that song, man? What you gonna do with that song? I said, well, I'm letting Ant take the lead on that. He's like, well, I'm ready to put it out. I'll put it out. You know, he liked it so much. And it's funny because that track, Ant, I whipped that track together when I sent it to you, but I didn't really know what to send Tash. You know what I'm saying? When you told me Tash was gonna be on the song, I'm like, man, you know, I don't really know. I guess this is like kind of like an Alcoholics type beat. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And so I sent it to you, and Tash jumped on it immediately. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he liked it a lot because he every time I talk to him, he always talking about it. Now he sees we put it out now. You know what I'm saying? But he was every time I would talk to him, like, what are y'all gonna do with that? Give me that beat, give me that song.
Yeah, he was mad at me because he was like, how y'all gonna put the beat out and not take me on the tour with you? Oh man, you understand. I was
going to ask you, you know, I was missing him while we was on tour too, bro. I was missing him. You know, that's why I called him.
Yeah, he was mad. I didn't know.
He didn't even call us back neither. Remember, he was working out.
No, that is why. Oh, I didn't tell you about it because you remember we called him, right?
Yeah, I called him.
I remember that, and he didn't call back.
Yeah, he said, I'm gonna call y'all back. I'm working out. I'm gonna call y'all right back. And he didn't ever call back.
Never called back. So I hit him up when we dropped I don't know, we dropped something, and he laughed out loud at me. And so I called him up. Like, bro, what's up? You know, and how you gonna put that song out? And we talking about London, and I'm not on the tour with y'all on this one. I said, bro, we just got off a tour. You can't go back.
And he busy too. He doing a lot of stuff. You know, he everywhere. I done seen him at Snoop House and everywhere.
I mean, I was like, Tash, you've been trying to get us to put the song out for a while. Now but it was just like, it was in my face. Y'all was in England and I'm not there and I'm on the song. So I was like,
we didn't perform the song though.
No, but I was like, all right, bro. I was like, yo, you're on the tour for March or the April or the March tour. So, you know, I eased this energy with that because he was a little perturbed with me. He was a little perturbed.
I'm gonna call him. I'll call him tomorrow. Because I was missing him. That's what I told you. I said, man, you know who I miss? I miss that fool Tash, man. He's such a funny guy, man. You know what I'm saying? That's my bro. You know, his energy.
We had a good time with him.
Yeah, and I know him through you, Anthony. Remember the first time I did the show when we were in Denver?
Yeah, Denver.
That's when I met Tash, and I was like, "Damn, I'm in." You know what I'm saying? I can't believe I'm here with you, man. You a legend, and we hit it off. And then he was on a podcast here, and somebody chimed me in, and I got in there. I said, "Tash, You don't remember I DJ for you, man? And there he said, I remember you. I remember your daddy. You make them hand claps.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my bro. That's my bro.
There we have it.
That's
Yep.
crazy.
Yeah.
No, just a bunch of good energy, man. We're gonna have Detroit. You know, the ideal is to get Detroit, man, really get these older cats like us, you know what I'm saying, out the bed, off the couch, and in the lab, and trying to you know, I'm just trying to get some good competition, some friendly competition where everybody's on point and everybody's out here trying to make that record that kind of drives the direction of Detroit hip hop at this next stage for all of us. You know what I'm saying? You know, we got Miss Corona working on projects. You know, you got all of these dope artists. They in the lab, Conflict, and I've seen him working in the lab, and you know, everybody's just trying to really push the limits. And I just think with this eternal grind, it's just going to serve as a blueprint for that second stage of for artists like us, like-minded artists like us, and lets them know, hey man, yeah, you can do it. Yeah, it ain't no country for old men. There ain't no country for old men, and that's where we at, bro. That's how I end that.
That's what's up.
Word. After the show, everybody make sure y'all stay on after we go off the air, because I got some I want to share, but I don't want to share it with the world.
That's the dope shit, no doubt.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah. No, we froze up for a minute, so I was like, yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
The UK tour was good, man. It was a lot of positive energy. It was an experience, man. You know, it was some experiences that I haven't dealt with before. Just from an administrative side, right? And they definitely were pivoting moves for me. But the people showed out. The love was there, man. They was waiting for us. Me and Los and Illa, we just got back from there in March of 2025. So to welcome the same trio back with another living legend within, you know, not even 9-10 months period was really, really dope. And you know, I'm just thankful that we had this time together. It was just so much amazing conversations, and just seeing the wisdom and hearing the wisdom from other grown folk who have the same like-minded energy as yourself, still doing this, you know, at our age, was an amazing feat in itself. This was definitely the biggest tour that I put together. And I don't want to say the biggest tour. It had the most people on it, right? So it wasn't just a 2 or 3 man thing that we were riding. We had like 8 of us on this joint. Yeah. And that right there in itself was a little bit you know, just keeping everybody together, and everybody's grown. So it was right there, you know, that was a great thing, but it was a tough thing, and it was a fun thing, right? It was definitely a fun thing to, you know, to get these people together and get them out, and we all on the same trains, and you have to time it precisely. In England, you just can't get on trains and I don't roll like that. So, you know, that was exciting, right? What's up, grandson? That was exciting. So we just gonna keep it the energy going. We looking forward to going back in March, April, and that that tour will be just doper than this one.
Hey, what up? What up, though?
Ezra, this Noah. They keep me busy.
Yeah.
What up, little nephews?
Oh, yeah, what up, though? Yeah. That's what's up.
I'm on the podcast, fellas, so give Grandpa 5 minutes, and I'll be out. All right.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Now get the heck out of here.
How much minutes?
I said 5.
When are you done?
5 minutes. Count to 5, 65 times. Shut my door.
What?
Thank you.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's the way to send him on his way. Count to 5, 65 times. He'll be like, he'll be gone for a minute doing that.
Oh man.
I already know how it is with kids, man. I'm a start program. As soon as I walk in class, Chef Nate.
Okay.
That's
No doubt. Yeah, man. They keep me up, they keep me alive, they keep me active. All of that comes from these wild boys, man. So I'm a grandfather of 4. So, just that energy right there, I just kind of just keep it flowing into the music and let it take it to where it takes me. You understand? We all don't do this, man. This is, this is an acquired taste, and you have to have a certain sort of vibration and energy within yourself to really be able to push the outer limits of creativity at stage and age at life. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not working with Dr. Dre's budget, or I'm not even working with, B-Boy Records budget.
Wow, I ain't heard that name in a minute. D-Boy Records.
I'm working with a layman's budget. You know what I'm saying? But but I choose to invest my money in, and through the net and through the profit and the loss. Oh man, it's just such a gain for me. You understand? Even on the loss, it's such a gain. I took a few losses on this tour just from dealing with, certain promoters or whatnot, but it was still a positive gain. It was still a positive gain. You know what I'm saying? We were able, the dopest thing is we were able to reach and see the people's
word.
And that's
like you were saying about how everybody gets into this too. Like you said, how people get into this. Some want to get to point A to point B for the financial reasons. But the journey along the way, like I feel you on that. Like the journey along the way is like, despite the losses, the wins.
Facts. You're right, man. So it's just I'm just humble, man. I'm gonna keep hope alive. And I'm gonna keep on trucking and making this happen. And it's just like what y'all doing here, giving brothers like us a platform to express our thoughts, and to be able to do this at this stage. Like I say, it's just tremendous because when you get older, we lay back, we relax. You know what I'm saying? We chill, but hell, I live by the vibration. This ain't no fucking country for old men. You know what I'm saying? I'll go out in my backyard and I'll go shoot some buckets right now. You know what I'm saying? Just because I'm just you acting like you limping, go shoot for 5 minutes in the yard. You know what I'm saying? Get your energy up. So I just use that. I apply that to this.
Word.
Yeah. Yeah. And actually, we'd love to have you back, man. Like, definitely with what you got going on. I mean, because you guys got a lot cooking together, man. Your chemistry and,
Oh man, appreciate you, man. Well, just like I said, it's been a minute. I've been wanting to be on the show. You guys are definitely scheduled, and I appreciate y'all scheduling me in, man. So I just look to continue building and supporting you guys. You got a positive thing going, and that's what I'm about. So, again, I appreciate you having me and Los back on here again. I'm going to share the message, the word, and the show, and for the rest of my tenure. So the rest of the tenure, you guys continue what you're doing, and I love to be back on here. And thank you guys.
Yeah. No, but I mean, we're honored to have you on here, and definitely, man.
You already know what it is. I ain't gonna be long and drawn out.
Los is already a hood smoker. Yeah.
Right.
Los is already a hood smoker, but he only smokes on the beats. He smokes on the beats. That's it.
The hood non-smoker.
He smokes the beats. He got the beats smoking.
I thought y'all was smoking on here. I didn't see y'all smoking on here.
Oh, I smoked the blunt before you came on and shit while we was waiting for you to come on. But yeah.
Okay.
We don't. That's what we say all the time. Like we ain't just about smoking weed. Some people get it twisted. Like,
I felt that energy. That's why I was like, oh no, I felt the vibes and I was like, okay, these brothers is definitely deep with it. So yeah, I'm feeling the vibes, man. So I just, like I said, I'm here to support. Keep tagging me. However I can help and move forward with y'all, man. I appreciate you guys.
No doubt. And we appreciate you sharing.
As well, brother.
We got some dope stories. We'll be able to make some dope clips. You know what I'm saying? We'll be uploading them all week long. And those usually get a lot of traction because found out people rather watch like 3-4 minute clips than 2-3 hour interviews and shit.
That's right. That's it.
Yeah. And definitely, we can collab with you as well. Yeah, collab you on it. Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm a collab and tag, and I'm in.
No doubt.
Yeah.
It was
all right,
the worst part of this thing is, like I was going to say,
boys.
Have shout out. Yeah.
What'd you say?
I was saying, if you had any shout outs, because this is I always do the disclaimer. If you just want, who you are, or if you got,
Yo, I'm gonna just let y'all know. I want to just shout out my city, Detroit. Detroit, y'all been good to us. Me and DJ Los, we got this eternal grind, and it was so many remarkable MCs that blessed us. From Fat Father to Bobby Seals to Guilty Simpson to Illa G to Najiri Herb to who else, Los? Who am I missing?
Did you say Pinochle? Alias Pinochle?
Pinochle, Rock Z, Said Rat, MF911, Chuck D, C Doc. I mean, the album Saffron from England. We had the most Razcast, Tash, Low Lewis, Freddie Black. I mean, these guys came in and brought an electricity to this project produced by DJ Los Execute.
Yeah.
That just took it to the next level. And I wanted to shout out all of these guys because y'all took Ant Live and DJ Los to the next level with your energy. And that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to be inspired, not just give inspiration, but we take it as well because it motivates us to do what we got to do. So this is for Detroit. Volume 2 is coming. We appreciate everybody checking in. And, I'm going to let y'all know from coast to coast, DJ Los is the most. Yes, it is what it is.
No doubt.
Yeah. And my man Ant Live is full of jive.
Still working that 9 to 5.
Since you want to rap, you know what I'm saying? I got bars too.
Still working that 9 to 5.
Yeah. No, honor having you on too as well, brother.
Yeah,
I appreciate and love y'all, man, and thank y'all. Let's build. I'm about these grandsons is calling me. I'm out of here.
All right, much love, family.
That's what
All right, we gonna.
Yes, sir. Much love.
That's a good segue to go ahead and it was a dope interview and live. Make sure you go check out Eternal Grind. DJ Lopes and live is fire. I'm telling you, real hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It's good to see real hip hop back. And it was an honor. It's always an honor having Lopes on, and it was an honor having Ant Live on. It was dope.
Always.
But we're gonna get out of here. Much love, y'all. It's the Hood Smoker Podcast, episode 350. Shit. We got Monte Cristo coming up. It's Detroit Decembers, you know what I'm saying? So we're celebrating Detroit artists all month long. So get ready. It's all love. Peace out,
Much love, my brother.
Okay. All right. Peace out, y'all.
Peace. All right, y'all. Thanks for tapping in with us. The Hood Smoker